What was the purpose of the Pathfinder mission and how was it accomplished? By McDonald. What was the Pathfinder? The Pathfinder was a lander that arrived on Mars in 1997. It was designed to demonstrate a new and low-cost method of delivering scientific instruments to Mars. It had a camera and other scientific equipment to gather data on the atmosphere and weather, as well as solar cells to power the spacecraft. The spacecraft also carried a rover for further exploration and analysis of the planet. Over the 3 months the Pathfinder was active, it took over 16,500 pictures of Mars and 8.5 million measurements of atmospheric pressure, temperatures, and wind speeds. What was the rover for? One of the things a Pathfinder mission is famous for is that it was the first successful Mars mission with a rover. The rover Sojourner was a small, six-wheeled rover that could only travel up to 1 centimeter per second. The rover had a small meteorology package to collect data on pressure, temperature, and wind on Mars. It had an alpha-proton X-ray spectrometer, which was used to determine the composition of rocks and soil. The Sojourner had 3 cameras and laser-strike projectors, which it used to take pictures and to navigate. For over 3 months, the rover explored the vicinity of the landing site, traveling hundreds of square miles, taking over 550 pictures, and collecting data. How did it land on Mars? When the Pathfinder entered Mars's atmosphere, it had a parachute and rockets to slow its landing, thrusters to keep it orientated, and a heat shield which also protected the equipment from pressure and debris. The impact of the landing was cushioned by airbags that encased the spacecraft. They protected it from the impact and helped it bounce to a stop on the planet. Why did the Pathfinder land in the Ares Palace? The Pathfinder landed in an ancient flood site in the Ares Palace, located in the northern hemisphere of Mars. It was set to land in the middle of an old outflow channel, just 850 kilometers from where the Viking 1, a spacecraft from a previous mission, had landed. It was chosen as a landing site because it was deemed relatively safe and had a large variety of rocks as a result of massive floods that occurred billions of years ago. What was the timeline of the mission? The Pathfinder was launched on December 4, 1996. It was set on a 7-month course and had 4 trajectory changes along the way. It landed on Mars on July 4, 1997, and the next day the Sojourner was deployed onto the surface of Mars. The Pathfinder was designed to last 1 month and its rover 1 week, but both spacecrafts lasted over 3 months. Final contact with the Pathfinder was made on September 7th, and final contact with Sojourner was on September 27th. Mission planners tried to re-establish contact for the next 5 months, but it didn't work, and the mission was declared over on March 10, 1998. This is the timeline for the project, and these are the 4 sources that I used to gather all of my information. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day.